Hello everybody, I'm here to do a review on the first Doctor of Doctor Who. The first Doctor is the oldest Doctor. The first Doctor is the first generation of the Doctor. The first reincarnation of the Doctor that we get to see in Doctor Who. I always liked the story of the first Doctor. I just always thought he was an interesting character. But he rubbed me the wrong way because he was very authoritarian. He was a grandfather-like character. He was just like this old man doing all this crazy stuff. I can't believe his heart never gave out with the stuff that he does. The first Doctor always made me think that he was going to die. Every time he was just doing missions or doing his quests, I just thought he was going to die. I just thought he was too old for it. I always thought that he was going to die right away. I thought it was going to be like, when I was younger, I always thought that this Doctor was my least favorite Doctor. Until I watched the other Doctors and I started liking him a little bit more than some Doctors. I always thought this Doctor was just the grandfather of all Doctors. I couldn't talk crap about him. It's just that he's just the first Doctor. He's not all that. He's just the first Doctor. He is William Hartnell. If you didn't know, that's the actor. William Hartnell at first didn't think this thing was going to be successful, as I was hearing. He actually was afraid his career would go down with the show. That people wouldn't take him seriously because he's an old man doing all this crazy stuff. He always thought that the Doctor was an interesting character, but he always thought that it wouldn't sell. If he first aired the day after JFK died. Yeah, that's a fact. That's what happened. Doctor Who first came out the day after JFK died. It's kind of depressing to think about it in that sense, but it kept my childhood actually happy. Seeing Doctor Who, knowing what Doctor Who was, getting to know these doctors and the stories about them. I always thought his story was the most interesting story because he's the first Doctor and he rubs you the wrong way sometimes, but you can like him. He's just likable. He's not a character that's I'm not going to say he sucks. He's just a character that you would not let your 5-year-old watch because your 5-year-old probably would be bored by him. Be bored by the first Doctor. You should just start off with the fourth Doctor for a little kid. But when I was young, I started off with the first Doctor, and I started liking the first Doctor before I watched the new Doctors and all that. It was just like, when I was younger, this guy right here was one of my favorite actors, William Hartnell. That's all I gotta say. He was my favorite actor. I always thought that he was just that interesting actor. He played the Doctor with his own style, he was the original. He was the one. Everybody else couldn't do what he does. And I liked how his portrayal of the Doctor was. It just was he's the first Doctor. He's the first this. He has the TARDIS. This is what he does. He's the one who tells you what he does. He's still mysterious. But the Doctor, he does tell you who he is and what he does. And in the first episode, you just find out in the first episode of the series start out. You just to find out who the hell this guy is. And you find out he has a granddaughter who's one of his companions. Yep, one of his companions. He has a granddaughter. Yeah. Y'all didn't know. Some people don't know that he had a granddaughter. Yes, this Doctor had a granddaughter. It's not even a lie. It's real. This ain't fake. It's real. And the other two companions, they were just, to me, they were kind of annoying because they always cried about how the Doctor was enthusiastic and he was very authoritarian. He wasn't enthusiastic, he wasn't authoritarian to the point where he would just mosey off and leave people alone, just don't talk to them for a while because he just wants to, I don't know, he just wants to do his own thing. He's the only Doctor I know that will stand up for the rights of other people. Like, just the rights for other people, like Aztecs and everybody else. He'll even stand up for freaking aliens and their rights as living beings, which I always thought was interesting. The only things he really hated were Daleks and freaking Cybermen. He never liked those things. Those are the only things he actually never liked. You might think he's an asshole when he first talks, but when you get to know him and get used to him, I think you might like him. Well, that's it for this review. See ya.